Welcome back to Align with Jen, where we discuss more than health. Here today, I'm with my sister, Joselin. I invited her to come to this episode to the show because she's a social worker, and I feel like she is a very inspiring person to be around with and to know.
Oh, that's so
welcome.
Sweet. Thank you for having me. I feel truly honored to be on your second episode already?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So tell us about yourself.
Okay. That's always a difficult question, right? So my name is Joselin. I am from Chicago. I grew up in Logan Square.
Nice.
Born and raised. I recently moved, however, recently became a homeowner and live in the northwest side of Chicago still.
Okay.
But yeah, I live on my own. I love fashion. I love taking selfies.
No shame.
No shame.
That's good.
I love eating. That's one of my specialties.
Your specialties?
Yes.
Me too.
And yeah, I like you said, I'm a social worker. I work in an elementary school right now, and I'm truly blessed.
Nice. That's beautiful. So what inspired you or motivated you to become a social worker?
I would say I always knew I wanted to work with kids. I always knew I was gonna end up working with kids somehow. I didn't know how, but eventually I started becoming interested in like the education field, and initially thought I wanted to be a teacher, and so I almost went to school to become a teacher, but then I saw all the requirements and I was like,
You're
this
like, I'll
isn't
pass.
for me. Yeah, and also
No,
just considering I don't think I would be able to handle 30 children at once. Like that
seems like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Or yes, I've heard. But anyways, I always knew I wanted to make an impact somehow and be in a career that was much bigger than myself and have an impact on the youth and their lives and be able to help them reach their true potential.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's beautiful, honestly.
Thank you.
So, what would you say are your main roles as a social worker?
Okay. Well, we play a lot of roles. Sometimes I wear like different hats depending on the day.
Okay.
Sometimes I walk into the school building and they might pull me one way and the other. But generally, I'll keep it short. A school social worker is in the school setting, they are known as the clinician, one of the clinicians. So, you have the social worker, a nurse, speech pathologist, occupational therapist. So we all kind of fall under the umbrella of like clinicians.
Yeah.
But specifically with school social work, we're there to support students through social emotional needs and social emotional learning.
Yeah.
So we're there to teach them skills about how to increase their socialization skills with their peers, teaching them coping skills, how to react to different kinds of situations and knowing how to manage their emotions.
Right.
We're mandatory reporters, so whenever we feel that a child is in danger, they're not safe at home, they're being abused or neglected, we are mandated to report those certain cases. We're there to provide groups, like they're called tier 2 groups, or one-on-one sessions also. We also provide social emotional learning lessons in the classroom with the general education teacher.
Nice.
And then finally, I'm sorry.
That's great. It is a good amount.
Yeah, so. I told you it's a lot of rows. And then finally, we're also, our main priority is to, sorry, how do I say it? Be there to help students that have an IEP, an individual education plan. individualized education plan. So we're added to their IEP because some of those students might have learning disabilities, and they might need social work services to support them in their specific area.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
And you weren't kidding. That is a lot.
I know.
So props to you for dealing with not dealing, but working in that field and taking all that responsibility, because it is a huge amount. And even if it's one kid, like, that's a lot. So that's very impressive. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So we'll be on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Sounds good. This ad is brought to you by Mental Health Awareness Month. In honor of May being Mental Health Awareness Month, I encourage you all to practice a form of self-care the rest of the month. Check in on your loved ones and try something spontaneous this month.
Alrighty.
We're back.
We're back. And
cheers.
We're drinking some Fiji water.
Fiji water.
So good.
It's really good.
It's just to relax a bit and
de-stress. Self-care. We were talking about that earlier.
We were talking about self-care, which is very important. So this is part of our self-care.
Yes.
It's a Libra thing.
We're seeing eye to eye right now.
We connect. So going back on your school social work roles, what actually led you to become a school social worker? What steps did you take to become a school social worker? So you can take it as back as you back as you want.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, really the only real thing I remember, like, as far back, honestly, I didn't know I wanted to be a school social worker until my freshman year, probably. I want to say my second semester of freshman year, because I went in undecided and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Remember I told you initially I thought I wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to go into business, but I was like, neither of those are me.
Yeah.
I wanted to work with children in an individual level. So I remember this one girl from college. She kind of spoke to me. She was already, like, I think almost a senior, and she was talking to me about social work and telling me about her classes. And I became more interested, so I was doing, like, my research. I was Googling, like, literally every, like, bunch of questions about social work.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, I knew I wanted to go into that, so I immediately declared it as my major, and I kind of just went in, like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. No questions after those Googles.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this sounds about right. I was doing, like, those surveys that, like, match you with, like, your career and stuff.
Yeah.
And most of them always came back as, like, a counselor or social worker. Cool. Yeah. So I ended up graduating from Bradley University with my bachelor's in school social work. I actually also double majored with Spanish.
Shout out.
Yes. And then after that, I took a gap year.
Okay.
I started working for separate agencies, separate from social work. And after that, I enrolled in a master's program at UIC. Nice. And it only took me a year to finish because I had already my background in social work.
Year.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry.
No big deal.
No big deal. It was quick. I was in and out.
Right.
I was there to do my work and I was out. But yeah, just a year in an advanced program. I was interning while in my master's program. I was taking classes. And eventually after a year, I got hired right away, actually, like, while still in my program.
Yes.
I applied to Chicago Public Schools and they hired me. And the following, so this was like in April of 2019. And then I didn't work, obviously I didn't do social work during the summer because they were in break. But in September, I started my first official school year as a school social worker, not knowing what the hell I was doing. But I was excited to finally, start and begin my career. And I haven't looked back ever since.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Wait, so you did say you had an internship and you were taking classes. Mm-hmm. Where did you do that internship?
Oh, So my internship was at a high school in the north side of Chicago.
Okay.
Which was also crazy because during that time, I thought I really wanted to work with high schoolers.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of experience already with working in high schools. And then my internship happened to be in a high school, which is, they placed me there. I didn't get to decide. It was just random.
Okay.
And then my field instructor at my internship offered me like a day out of the week to get some experience at an elementary school also. So I was able to have both experiences, both settings.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And I ended up getting placed officially at a elementary school, which I found out I actually love working more with children than high schoolers. They don't listen to you.
Yeah.
You think like little kids don't listen to you? Like high schoolers don't listen to you.
So for that reason, you prefer like the working with children?
Yeah, because it's so much fun. Like I get to be creative. Like I literally get to put like a game, like let's play Uno, and they'll be so excited. Whereas like a high schooler, like Uno again, like I don't want to do this. Like
why
I don't want to be here. Yeah, they think they're in trouble all the time. I'm really like, I'm the good one. Like you should not be scared of me. But yeah, I love working with little ones because they're so innocent and they crack me up all the time. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And hold up, so why did you pick UIC? Because I'm assuming, or was it just convenient since you live in Chicago?
Yeah.
Or did you like their program, or
Mm-hmm.
like what got you to choose them over any other school?
Right. I didn't apply to any other school, I think, other than that one. And I want to say I applied to Dominican University.
Okay.
For a master's program there. But I went with UIC because it was more affordable, because it's a public school. Also because it was right there, like just a train away, like a quick train.
Yeah. So it was very convenient.
It was more the fact that it was convenient, and I liked the campus more, and like
you're a city girl.
I'm a city girl. So I enjoyed, getting that experience being downtown. It's funny because we made a comment earlier about me being a city girl, and I'm here in the burbs right now.
Right.
I felt like a mission to drive here.
Thank you for coming, though.
No, of course. I enjoy getting out of
the city.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Okay, so I'm like jumping all over, but since you're a school social worker, what's the main difference between a school counselor and a school social worker?
Yeah, a lot of
Since
people...
you're the good one.
Well, we're both the good ones. We're both actually really, really close. Like not just me and my counselor at the school. Like we're actually really close, but I'm saying like in the school setting, normally the social worker and counselor always team up and collaborate together, because you kind of are doing the same thing, except a counselor is more like they're there, you think like they're there to like counsel, right? Like to like do therapy sessions, but in reality that's more of what the social worker does, because again, they're like, remember, the clinician in the school, and the counselor is there more to provide just like special programmings in the school for like school wide. The counselor and social worker can also collaborate to do more like tier 2 groups, which are more like making like social skills groups, or a grief group, for example, or just like what do you call, like a lunch group, like lunch buddy group, like things like that, like small groups.
Yeah.
They're there also to assist students who are in temporary living situations. And those are some of the roles that a counselor can play. Yeah. Whereas the social worker, they're more there to provide like one-on-one sessions, or they do more of the one-on-one work. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Interesting. Mm-hmm. I had a question in mind, and I'm like drawing a blank. I was like, I had it like...
It's okay. It'll come back to you, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it will. But, oh yeah, you did mention tiers. Yeah. Can you explain that? Because you said
I know, I keep saying that, and you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about?
I do not understand that. at all?
Yeah, so they're kind of like levels. So like tier 1 would be like school wide. So like school wide programming. So like think like assemblies and like anti-bullying month and like special programming for the whole entire school, or like offering resources to the entire school. Tier 2 is more like small groups. So like you and I and like another person being like in a specific group for like social skills. And then tier 3, that's like the one-on-ones. Okay. So like small one-on-one setting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's you.
That's me. That's me. I do more like tier 2, tier 3. And the counselor does like tier 1, tier 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. But that's neat that you guys all work together too.
Yeah.
And you guys are close.
Yeah.
You guys are all good ones.
Yes, we're the positive ones. But they're all still afraid of us, obviously.
Because I feel like there's like some bad like stereotypes. Or there's stigma
for sure
behind all of that, like counseling.
Yeah.
So I can see why people or kids are like afraid of going to see a counselor.
Especially social workers too, because sometimes parents like, I'll catch that like they'll be like afraid like, oh, why is the social worker like reaching out to me? Like
the parent feels like they're in trouble.
Like they're in trouble. And I'm like, no, like I'm not that kind of social worker.
Yeah. Are there any final like comments you would like to say? Or like people to know?
People to know?
Yeah.
In the school building?
Oh, and like in general, like people who are listening, are there anything like that you would like to share about social work or being a school social worker specifically?
Not necessarily. I would say it's a very difficult career to get into because there's a lot that comes with it. Like you're there to support students with emotional needs, and sometimes that can like latch onto you also because you're getting to know all these wonderful children, teenagers, and sometimes hearing their stories, like it can be just very difficult, sometimes like draining in a sense that it can mess with your own mental health. So that's something like very important to note. Also, mental health professionals also have mental health, and a lot of people don't like kind of forget that.
That's beautiful. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay. This next ad is brought to you by Teachers Everywhere. Thank you, teachers, for all that you do. We wouldn't be who we are today if it wasn't for your knowledge and support. Also, we want to thank you for your perseverance through this pandemic. We know it wasn't easy, but we're almost at the finish line. Thank you.
Welcome back to Align with Jen, where we discuss more than health. So, I know Joss mentioned a lot already, but I want to ask you, what's your favorite thing about being a social worker? Or what do you love the most?
I guess what I love the most is being able to build a relationship and a bond with my students. Something as simple as just being there and listening to them. Sometimes I think like to them I'm an adult, but sometimes I feel young myself, and I think like maybe they don't have another adult to like go to and like talk to or vent to. So it's very rewarding to be able to be there for them and listen to them and be a role model to them. I would say that's been my most favorite part about being a social worker.
That's awesome. I love it.
Thank you. I love my job.
Shout out to your job.
Shout out to my job. And my students.
Oh yeah, your students. How old are they?
They range from kindergarten to 5th grade, so maybe like 5 through, I don't know, like 11, the oldest maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so they're
awesome.
little.
Yeah.
They're very little.
That's cute.
But they're fun.
Yeah, I'm sure
they drive me nuts sometimes, but they're fun.
They drive you nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Oh my goodness. So, do you have any questions for me?
Actually, I do. So,
okay. Go ahead.
You've asked me tons of questions, so it's my turn to put you on the hot seat.
All right, let's see. I'm ready, I think.
So, I'm going to test you to see how well do you know your sister's sister.
Ooh.
So let's see how many questions you can get right. All right. First, an easy one. What's my favorite color?
That's an I would say pink.
Yeah, correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Oof, I was sweating.
I could
You
tell.
gave me those eyes, and I was just like,
Like, girl,
oh,
you should know. Because
yeah.
it's your favorite color too, isn't it?
I know, that's
yeah.
why I was like,
that's why I was looking at you like.
me.
All right. When did we meet? And bonus question, if you can guess where.
Wait, really? I'm trying to think.
You don't have to like specify. You can say the year or like
Well, we
a
definitely.
certain occasion or event.
I know it's Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
Year.
Yes. What year?
It was my
Mostly.
junior year.
Yeah.
Your sophomore year.
Yeah, I was a sophomore.
I don't remember what year.
That was probably like 2015, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the fall.
Oh, okay. Very specific.
Yeah, because I met you through Lupe.
Yep.
So that's I'm pretty sure that was in the fall.
Yeah. I met you through Lupe and Emmy. I remember. You would
yeah,
hang out at
that's
our dorm
right.
a lot. Or we'll
Yeah.
run into each other in the library.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the library was my favorite place.
But honestly, I asked you so you can refresh my memory because I
Wow.
don't remember the location, but I knew the year.
That's funny.
But thank you. All right, let's see.
Thank you.
Seriously, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. What is our song? Like
Our?
when you think of like our song, what is it?
Okay.
This should be an easy one too.
Is it The Climb?
No.
No?
I mean like you and I, like Jen and Joss.
Oh, okay.
But that's a good answer
Shoot.
too.
Our song. What is our song? Jenny from the Block? No.
No.
Which one is it?
It's like a recent one.
Recent
From
one?
think like Papi Juancho. I'm leaving, guys.
No,
She
don't leave.
can't.
Don't leave. I know this. Is it Hawaii?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. It's
Hawaii
like.
is our song.
Okay. I was thinking
Alright.
like too deep into it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
No, I would say like I always think about like when I hear Hawaii, I think about like you and I when we were like jamming in the car and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yes, I agree. So
All right.
just got one wrong so far.
True.
But I wouldn't say wrong because okay, never mind.
You had various answers, so it was like half, but not really
Half.
because you didn't even.
get it right.
Yeah, you didn't. You weren't on the same page. All right.
That's
What would you say is like my like that one accessory like that's like so Joss?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Or like what makes you?
What makes me think of you?
Yeah.
Like
Anything
that
can-
you wear? That you care? Oh, hot Cheetos.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I was not thinking that.
I was like,
You're right, though. You're right. You're on the right track. I was not thinking. I was thinking about more like accessories
that's
I
what I was
wear.
like, that you wear.
But basically, I mean, it's in my
do.
hand most of the time.
I was gonna say you do put it
Oh my
in
god, it's
your
getting
purse.
warm. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't do that, guys. Do we have time for one more question? She's so dying.
Wait, so what were you thinking?
I was thinking like hoop earrings. You went to Hot Cheetos. Oh my gosh. It's getting
Alright.
hot in here.
It is.
And now time for another ad. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, go ahead. Wow,
Alright.
I'm crying.
I'm sweating. It's hot. Okay.
I just imagined like
Me walking around with like one of those tote bags and filled with hot Cheetos. The family size for sure.
family size for sure. Oh, that was great.
Okay, let's see.
You threw me off with that one. Sorry.
It's okay. That was the point.
All right, next one.
What's my favorite artist right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
We just spoke about him.
Oh, Bad Bunny?
Yes, I love me some Bad Bunny.
He is great.
I love Bad Bunny. And if you don't like Bad Bunny, can't hang with us.
True.
Trivia.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I don't have anything.
I was like, do you have any more questions?
How many siblings do I have? Sometimes people get this wrong.
I know this. 3. I just like had to think of them.
Okay, that was kind of an easy one for you.
Yeah, I was like, I just had to think of them.
Yeah.
Good question.
You did good.
Thank you.
You did better than I thought you would. I mean, you got
Thanks.
like, I would say half of them right, but we'll give it to you.
I would say like 80%. That's still good.
Yeah,
amount.
It's passing. So we'll give it to you. Yeah.
I think my answer to the hot Cheeto one is definitely like better than.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't totally wrong, but yeah, I gave that one to you.
Thank you.
It was pretty correct. It was pretty correct.
All right, so enough of this hot seat.
Yeah,
we're all done, right?
Like super hot.
Because I'm actually studying, and I was crying for my answer.
For a minute.
Yeah, so we're going on a break, and we'll be right back.
Sounds good. This ad is brought to you by Class of 2021. Shout out to all of you. Congrats on getting through a very difficult year of learning, but you guys made it. Keep striving, keep inspiring, and keep following your dreams. Congratulations. Sorry, I'm yawning.
Why are you sleepy?
I'm a little tired.
Why are you tired?
10:30. The city girl gotta go back home to her habitat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a drive too.
It is. I got like 49 minutes.
And you work.
I work tomorrow morning. Yeah. It's past my bedtime.
It's past mine too. I'm honestly really tired, but this was fun.
We're old. we couldn't. This wasn't like us.
Yeah,
a few years ago.
We would be up,
out and about.
Yeah, exploring.
Fun times.
Good times. All right. So if people are interested in becoming a school social worker or would like to reach out and have other questions, where can they reach out?
You guys can follow me on Instagram, hit my DM. My @ is _Jaws94.
Beautiful.
And you can ask me anything, absolutely anything about social work or grad school.
Yeah, that's great. Also, follow us, and if you want to listen to this, of course, follow us on Spotify, on Instagram and Twitter. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple, and like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, please.
Give that like, subscribe.
Go right now.
Right now.
Right now,
your
because
phone
we're tired.
out. Screenshot.
Yeah, right.
I'm tired.
We're tired.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you, Joss.
Love you.
Love you too.